Capitalism. If you watch the news a lot, if you listen to a lot of politicians talking, if you remember the Occupy Wall Street movement a number of years ago, you saw a lot of young people protesting in the streets, and a lot of them had signs telling you that capitalism was evil. They said capitalism is horrible, down with capitalism. Even today, I believe, you had thousands and thousands of people in New York City on Wall Street protesting the big corporations polluting the environment, allegedly. These were all green activists, and a lot of them probably also hated capitalism, even though they were there to protest the environment being ruined, allegedly, by global warming. A lot of them probably actually did not like capitalism, which is why they chose Wall Street to be their venue of protest. So what is this capitalism that we hear is so evil? It's very, very simple. It's an economic and political system in which a country's trade and industry are controlled by private owners for profit rather than by the government. It's just private ownership. That's what it is. It's, instead of the government owning things and running this system, it's individuals. It's small business owners, it's corporations, but it's a private enterprise engaging in business for profit. That's it. Now, socialism, this is an economic and political system with a mix of private and government ownership. Now remember, these are very simplistic definitions, but essentially think of socialism as a mix form, and this is a transition stage between capitalism and communism in Marxist ideology. Communism, this is an economic and political system with no private property. Now, does this mean that no one owns a hat or a shoe? No, not necessarily. But what it means is that the means of production and the means of buying and selling, etc., are directed by the government. The government runs and owns everything, essentially. Now, this is a simplistic definition, but when you're thinking about those three forms of government, when you think about capitalism, think private ownership. When you think about socialism, think a mix. And when you think about communism, think no private property. The government owns and runs everything. And these are very simplistic forms. This, communism, is the final stage of Marxist ideology after capitalism and socialism.